Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I was out here kind of in my little usual kind of filming spot out here in this open field. I was actually doing a little bit of flying with the drone. I made some adjustments to it to kind of help it fly a little bit better and was testing that out. But wind picked up a little bit, so I kind of retreated back into the Jeep. And I figured I would kind of take the time just to do a quick talk through of the RSI SmartCap that I have, kind of do a longer term review impressions type thing. It seemed like, quite a few people enjoyed the last video. So I've had it for somewhere between about 2.5 months now. I've actually kind of put it through the paces. I took it out on a kind of 3-day overland off-road camping getaway type trip just before New Year's. So feel free to check that out. It was a lot of fun. I plan on having more videos like that here in the near future. But yeah, as far as the SmartCap, again, just kind of wanted to touch on it real quick. Let you guys know, I guess, some things that I do like, which kind of spoiler alert is most of the things. I still love the cap. I still think it's great. I think there's a lot of bang for the buck in it, which is I think saying quite a bit because it's not cheap, unfortunately. But yeah, just I think it offers a lot, especially for anyone who's kind of into the overland type of build, I guess. Obviously, waterproofs, dustproofs, theft resistant resistances. Anyway, your bed. So you can keep more tools in there, keep a lot of stuff. I mean, throughout the trip, I had my fridge back there. I had my axe, shovel, my hatchet, my fire extinguisher, high lift jack, recovery tools, a lot of stuff back there. And it stayed out of the elements, stayed up and out of the way on the built right kind of bed panels and bed racks that I have back there. And it was nice and easily accessible. But all in all, I mean, honestly, no major changes, I think, as far as the SmartCap goes. It's been pretty it's been reliable. It's my opinion of it really hasn't changed a whole lot. It did kind of, the trip that I took recently and just over the last couple months, it did kind of reinforce some of the negatives that I had about it, as far as the kind of the clearance of the rear window, window on the tailgate clearance against the bottom lip of the cap. I'm starting to get some kind of wearing on the D rubber back there, which I identified as an issue early on. And still, to this day, I have no idea how RSI missed that in their kind of quality control checks. It just blows me away because honestly, it was the very first thing that I saw. I mean, I kid you not, within, I think it was about 2 minutes of having it installed, I went to go play with the rear door, and it wasn't having it. The tolerances were just too tight. So, now, I've kind of adjusted to the point where I don't try to open the rear window by itself anymore. I just, I'll pop the tailgate latch and then kind of pull against the rear window just so they both kind of pop out at the same time. And honestly, that's kind of solved the issue for me. I'm not super nitpicky on it. It's not a huge deal for me, but it was just something that I kind of identified. And this isn't related directly to the cap itself, but more the company at RSI. I was a little disappointed this past week. I think it was within the past week, 2 weeks maybe tops. But long story short, RSI announced rather that they are going to introduce a new SmartCap model called the RSI SmartCap EVO A Adventure, kind of a mouthful. Which obviously, if the name didn't give it away, it's more geared towards the adventure type crowd, I guess, the overland type community. So, and what that does, from what I saw on it, first of all, it's $100 cheaper, which, hey, money's money. Would have been nice to save that because I have no need for the windows, and that's essentially what the EVO A does. It replaces the windows with wind doors, solid steel wind doors, and on the inside of those wind doors, there's like MOLLE attachment panels, basically. So you can mount anything. You can mount up probably a high lift on it, because like I said, the struts on those things are pretty they're pretty strong. Okay, I probably wouldn't mount a high lift, but I mean, you know, you could mount some first aid bags or something, or a fire extinguisher, or, you know, like my hatchet or something like that. Some small tools. I probably wouldn't put anything over about 20 or so pounds on that, but that would open up a lot of options for me. And unfortunately, I believe, I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure the question was asked back, you know, when RSI first announced that they were coming to the North American market. And they said that they would only have the SmartCap EVO, the one that I have, and the SmartCap EVO C, aka the commercial edition, basically, which is, you know, more geared towards work trucks. It's, you know, like painted white and has like mesh kind of windows or something like that. I can't recall, honestly. I wasn't interested in this, so I never really looked too much at it. But the EVO A Adventure, that's exactly what I wanted in a cap. And unfortunately, it, you know, according to RSI, again, from what I remember, I could be misspeaking, but from what I remember, they said that that wasn't going to be an option. So that's kind of a bummer. So it feel a little bit left in the dark, you know, but they could have come up with that issue based on customer demand and customer recommendations after they released the SmartCap here in the States. So I guess it's like a chicken or an egg type argument, maybe. You know, did their idea come first and they just weren't upfront about it and they wanted people to purchase, you know, the other model, or did it come from customer demand? So who knows? But yeah, all in all, still very, very happy with the cap. You know, again, if you want to reach back and kind of check out my initial impressions, feel free to look at that video. You know, drop a comment on there, drop a comment on this one, on the Arkansas trip video. I'll be sure to get back to you. I try to respond to everybody's comments. I love talking to you guys. And I almost forgot, guys. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell if you guys want notifications when I post new videos. Still kind of new to this, so I appreciate, you know, some of you early subscribers out there checking out the content. So I'm out here doing this for you guys. You know, other like-minded people that, you know, enjoy the off-road gear, you know, kind of seeing overland off-roading, Jeeps, Jeep Gladiators in general. But yeah, I'll keep putting together more videos. So again, yeah, kind of stay tuned, guys, and thanks for coming back to the channel. Hope to see you guys later. See ya.